Welcome back to Regional Food Japan. In my last two videos, I showed you how to make tonkotsu broth, the tare for tonkotsu broth, and in this episode, I'm gonna finally show you how to assemble a bowl of Kyushu style tonkotsu ramen. Okay, first thing is first, I'm going to show you how to make the aromatic oil, which is garlic lard. Well, simply you need garlic and lard. Here I've got about 30 grams of garlic and 60 grams of lard. What we're going to do first is to finely chop the garlic. Chop it as fine as possible. Now there's many kinds of aromatic oil for ramen, but I personally think old school tonkotsu ramen goes best with garlic lard. Next, melt the lard in a saucepan and fry off the chopped garlic till golden brown. Start at medium heat, and once the garlic begins to brown, turn down to the lowest heat. When the garlic is golden brown and you see almost no bubbles coming out, it's ready. This fried garlic aroma is simply irresistible. Alright, let me introduce you to the toppings now. So these are the common toppings for Kyushu style tonkotsu ramen. Here I've got rump charshu, sliced woody fungus which I soaked in water overnight, chopped green onion, and finally ground white sesame seeds. You can get toasted sesame seeds at Japanese or Korean supermarkets. When it comes to the noodles for Kyushu style tonkotsu ramen, it has to be teikasui hosoben, which means thin low hydration noodles. This is what the noodles look like. Low hydration ramen noodles usually have a whiter color and an al dente-like texture. When it comes to Kyushu tonkotsu, the thickness is typically about 1mm. If you can't find fresh ones like these, use these thin dry ones, because they have quite a similar texture to the fresh ones. Okay, finally it's time to assemble the ramen. Add 2.5 tablespoons of Tonkotsu Ramen Tare in a ramen bowl. If you haven't yet watched the video for my Tonkotsu Ramen Tare, make sure to check it out. I've put the link to the tutorial in the description box. Now let's go back to the assembly. Add half a teaspoon of MSG, which helps bind all the umami. 1 tablespoon of the garlic lard goes in. Now at this point, start boiling the noodles. It will take about 1 minute to cook. If you like super al dente texture called barikata in Japanese, boil for just half a minute. Now immediately, pour the piping hot tonkotsu broth into the bowl. You need 360 ml here. My ladle is 120 ml ladle, so I poured 3 scoops. Now if you want to know how to make quality tonkotsu broth from scratch, make sure to watch my previous tutorial on 100% pure tonkotsu broth, where I share all the important techniques for making traditional Kyushu style tonkotsu broth. Now the noodles are done, let's continue assembling. Put the piping hot noodles into the broth and align them beautifully. Now we are nearly done, let's place all the toppings. By the way, the toppings for traditional ramen noodles in Japan are quite simple. I've seen some famous YouTube chefs loading their ramen with million kinds of toppings, but that's gonna destroy the balance of flavors. I mean, are they eating the toppings or the ramen? So if you're pursuing the authentic ramen, keep your toppings simple. Never ever use things like enoki mushrooms or bok choy. I have a list of typical ramen toppings in the description box, so please check it out. And now, our old school Kyushu style tonkotsu ramen is ready. Okay guys, let's devour. It's really rich and flavorful. Definitely try this recipe, otherwise you guys are gonna miss out.